Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of... Wait a minute.
This isn't our... I'm not home. Are you home?
Home?
You're like beside me.
What?
What? This is nuts.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I guess we're physically beside each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome to Civ Game Night, where we are inviting creators from all over the world to play Civilization and celebrate. I'm joined here by
Raising Zozo.
Meier, myself, and we also are joined by White and Nerdy, OnSpotTV, TheGameMechanic, and Lumbago. Those are going to be our players for today. We're also joined by a couple of developers on the couch over here, Sean and Pete. Welcome, guys. I don't know why I'm welcoming you. It's your studio. But we have such an exciting game here today for everybody. So why don't you take us through what the players are going to go through today?
These guys here, by the way, it's great to see all of you. All of you. These are like all former CivGive hosts. Okay, so hello, all of you. Love you. All right, so guys, we have a great scenario for you today. We are going to build some wonders. Wonderful! We're going first to 7 wonders. We'll be the champion of justice for today's game. We're going to be using our Pangea map, okay? And we have a selection of leaders. These are all leaders that specifically are awesome at building wonders. So this should be super exciting. We'll have one game mode on, just the Heroes and Legends. And to sort of get right into it, we're going to start at the medieval era, which we like doing later starts these days. So that'll be super fun too.
And why don't we figure out who is going to play who? Zoe, do you have some sort of device to...
I do. Do our guests, do you want to say hello?
Hello.
Hello, nerds.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me on the stream today.
We're happy to have you on, Lumbago.
What about Game Mechanic? Why do you always forget TGM?
I never forget the Game Mechanic. I'm so sorry, Game Mechanic. Yes, the Game Mechanic, OnSpot on the top, Game Mechanic, Lumbago, and the White and Nerdy
I
on the
just
bottom.
wanted to hear his voice, Moy, not yours.
Oh, I'm
okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just I have a forgettable face, so it's easy to gloss over.
Oh.
I said it, not you. It's on me.
Yeah. Oh, how you doing,
Take that
TGM?
as an insult,
Good.
TGM.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, we're gonna select using the old Zozo method of drawing cards. Okay, for who each of you is going to be for leader. I'm gonna start in the order that I have here. Okay, so I'm gonna start with White and Nerdy. Okay, so White and Nerdy, you'll be pleased to know. Oh, Moy. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Oh, that's France, Catherine de Medici, the magnificent of France.
Most
There.
magnificent.
Yes, most magnificent. That's for you, buddy. All right, Michael, OnSpotTV.
Yes.
All right, here we go, Michael.
Why don't you bring that hat up
Oh,
here?
you know what's funny? I think, isn't that your hat? I think this looks a lot like your hat, TGM. Or not TGM, OnSpot. Okay, so OnSpotTV. Ooh, that is China.
Yes.
Okay. Kinchi Wang.
Kinchi
Wang.
Wang.
Listen,
Mandate of heaven.
I'm gonna Zoe it up
China.
every time, okay? All right, TGM, I got you next. Oh, nice.
My favorite.
Ramses!
Ooh, baby.
Yeah. All right, and Lumbago, I guess by default, you are going to be Eleanor of
Very
France.
exciting.
Yeah. So you guys know the colors that we're doing? Purple, green, white, and pink.
Yes.
All right.
All right, so we have everyone set up. If we can have everybody hit ready, we are good to go when everyone else is good to go. Want to ready up for us here?
I can ready up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Classic waiting on Zoe to ready up.
It's not the waiting for Zoe, okay? It's waiting for Moy sauce.
No, I've never heard that term before. Never heard that term before.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we
Good
go
luck to everyone except French Eleanor.
He loves French Eleanor.
Like everyone.
Eleanor, I want to ask, is your strategy to maybe take over some cities that may or may not have some wonders attached to them? Becca?
Oh boy, I would like to do that. If we can figure this out, that's definitely what's going to happen. So be afraid. Be very afraid.
Word of advice: relics count as great works. Relics can be owned by heroes. When you die as a hero, you get a relic, and you can use those to get negative loyalty on your opponents. So try to get as many heroes as you can, if that's possible.
They're all loading.
We're all loading in. We can still go over some briefly because we don't want to give too much away. For everyone that is watching here, the Zoom call is being monitored at all times, so they can hear everything that we are saying. So we're not going to reveal too much information on the map. We will just show you with the mouse and the camera what is going on, and that'll be kind of how we portray information to you guys. And let's take a look at everyone's stars.
Just taking a good gander here.
Oh, good. Okay. We got some, the water flows nicely.
Through Egypt. Not many deserts, but that's fine. They don't necessarily need them.
They don't need it, but that was also some tidbit of information maybe you shouldn't give away right away.
Hey, I like to ruin everything. Like Adam ruins everything. There's Paris.
Who's playing as this right now? As Catherine the Magnificent.
So Catherine the Magnificent, we got White and Nerdy. And that's not bad. That's not a bad start at all. There lots of
great district options right there.
Yeah. And some choppery is possible. Let me just locate our last. There we are.
Whoa.
Oh wow. Okay. That is interesting. For reasons.
Yes, I would agree.
No, you know what? I think it's ideal because there's a certain thing you won't be annoying people with. But that is whoo. When we think of Egypt and we think of the Magnificent, we think of friendship, right? I think usually.
Yes,
obviously.
that's exactly what we
best
think of.
The best of friends, I think. Yeah, for
And
sure.
then we have on China, we have OnSpotTV. You might see him as Michael here on the screen, but that will be OnSpotTV. You got a good spawn there, buddy. I'm excited to see what you make use of this spawn. How do you feel about it, OnSpot?
This is going to be interesting. I like what I see. I like what I see. We're going to need to check it out in 10 turns, 15 turns maybe, to see how it develops.
Well, in terms of who has the best hat, you are definitely winning the hat meta. But speaking of the hat meta, why don't we go back to Catherine right now and take it over to our developers. I know Sean had something to say about district placements with France. So Sean, why don't you take away, what do you mean by that?
So there are, with the number of resources surrounding them, there are tons of areas where they can get the luxury bonus for the +2 culture on luxuries. They also have some really good industrial zone bonuses. By the river, they have the, I actually don't want to give too much away, but they have some places to get mines. They can get an aqueduct down after a couple harvestings or chopping, and they can get some good districts that way.
Liking the luxuries too. Luxuries are
Yeah,
nice.
there are a lot of spots where they can get the Proctor luxury bonus. Chateaus.
Chateaus. We love those chateaus. We see some interesting, look, so I'm noticing, and this isn't giving too much away, we're seeing initial districts being placed down, not necessarily being finished.
Just planning.
Just planning, but why is this something that is a good strategy? And I'm going to pass this over to Sean again as the resident expert Civ player.
So one of the reasons this is a great strategy is there's two. One is district cap is based off of your population. And so if you put the districts down first and then build settlers and your population goes down, those districts are still placed. So if you have a city that can build 2 districts and then that goes down to 1 by losing pop, you can gain, you can kind of game the system there to keep a high number of districts. Another reason it's good is because if you like where those districts can go, and you don't want a resource like iron or horses or another strategic that might pop up, you can't build districts on a discovered resource. But if you discover it when the district's down, you can still harvest that resource under the district, and the district will stay. So that's another reason to, if you like where your districts can go, place them, then unlock what reveals them, and that's a good way to kind of keep your district placements.
That's a good strategy, Sean.
Yeah, it's
That's
like-
a very good strategy.
Well, that's probably why, you do a little better than me. I don't think I do that.
I
first time.
actually do that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do that.
It's a good habit. Now I know. Now I know. Okay, boy, listen. I know you like winning more than helping people. So
Hey, man, if you want to get better, you got to beat the best.
oh my.
What can I
yeah.
say?
All right. You're definitely the best.
Yeah, well, let's go over to White and Nerdy as Catherine. And White and Nerdy, I know you're a huge fan of preserves. Are we going to see any of those today? with today's game?
I am. Unfortunately, you know what? Maybe I will. I'm stuck in a bunch of rainforests, but maybe I'll build them anyway.
It's too bad you're not playing as Brazil as with those rainforests. But you know what's also good in terms of getting your wonders faster?
Are you already? Like you're gonna.
Well, something that you can do when you want your wonders a little bit faster is to chop all the trees.
All right, I'm ready for this.
Yeah?
All right, Moy, I don't trust you with that
How
thing
dare
at
you?
all.
How
Okay?
could you recommend me to chop all this beautiful appeal?
I speak for the trees, okay? And we're not gonna let you chop us down. Not today.
Rainforest it gives negative appeal. White and Nerdy, negative appeal.
I will chop all of it then.
I will not recommend you chop all the
Reason to not
rainforests
do
for reasons, but you can do whatever you wish to do with those rainforests. Let's go over to Lumbago, France of Eleanor. Lumbago, how are you feeling about your start?
I am into this. I see a lot of things that I can make a lot of use of. I'm playing a little bit differently due to the objectives of the game. So these are not necessarily decisions I would make that I was playing like a sort of longer term, just trying to beat everybody up game, which is the kind I really like to play. Not that I can't beat some people up, but you know what I'm saying? So,
You and Sassy would make a good
but
team.
yes, no. So I'm excited to sort of experiment with what's happening here. Got some great resources. It looks like, again, I don't want to say too much on my side either, but I'm feeling pretty good about a certain terrain up here and my ability to sort of get certain things that can leverage that as well. Is that vague enough?
I see some potential spots for wonders that are looking really good for you. Good luck.
That's
Lumbago.
what I'm saying.
Good luck. We'll come back. Who haven't we talked to? I don't think we talked to TGM. We haven't talked to TGM yet.
We've talked of him though with his amazing initial district placements.
Yeah, but let's talk to TGM now. TGM, how are you feeling about your start?
I feel less than great, but that's just how I roll sometimes. Things will be fine. It's gonna be wonderful. I'm happy I got Ramses. Ramses was my top choice, so at least I have that going for me.
You got that going for you, which is nice.
Yep.
Let's see. You did that strategy that Sean was talking about. Very good. Did Sean basically cover exactly the reasons why you put those down so early?
Pretty much. The later era starts really throw a lot of different variables into what you might expect the game to be, and so knowing things like district placement can really help you because a lot of districts have prerequisites.
Absolutely. Speaking of districts or wonders,
Or wonders, rather. Sorry.
I figured
We have a wonder built. Oh no.
No. That's a whole. Somebody has built a holy site. Somebody. We don't know who. Somebody.
You scared me.
I was like, what?
Underbuilt already.
No.
Okay, on
It's
spot.
the same image.
Not me, man, not me.
No, it's okay. Why don't we go through some of our favorite wonders? I know everyone's got a favorite wonder. Why don't we go over to the couch over here and to ask our Pete and Sean your favorite wonder in the entire game.
Pete, would you like to start this off? Oh God, I'm so basic. I just love Petra. It's like a good placed Petra just makes the whole game, and it may be because I lately I've been favoring a lot of civs that have kind of a desert bias, so it always feels like it fits well into the strategy for it. But like, you go from having desert, which is neat, to desert, which is amazing, and I love a Petra.
So I'm a Norway main, and so I really like the Venetian Arsenal. I like getting to turn 50% or in all these percentage bonuses that I stack up on my boats into doubling the amount of boats I make, and just making an unstoppable armada on armada on armada. And if not the Venetian Arsenal, I really like the Machu Picchu. I think it's very visually appealing. Getting tons of district bonuses, that's one of my favorite elements to play with in the game, is the district adjacencies, and finding more ways to utilize that is very fun.
I remember when we were putting Machu Picchu in the game, there were some technical challenges that the team had to overcome to put it into play. So modifying the underlying geometry of a mountain so you can stick a wonder on top of it turned out to be a non-trivial challenge for it. So that was pretty cool that our team was able to do that. And then that was one of the wonders that I remember we'd be going to reviews and the art team would put it up, and it always looked awesome.
It is an incredible looking wonder.
Yeah.
Always.
I would agree. And I'm gonna. Zoe, what is your favorite wonder?
My favorite wonder.
Well, you gotta say it anyway.
I love Apidea. Apidea. I think it's just a super fun wonder. I like manipulating city-states, getting them in there. So that's one I always try to build early, right away.
I'm gonna answer to give our players some time to think about this question as well. Really, anything with a parking lot, I think, is number one in my choice. But specifically, I love a Mudson Scott research station. No. Why? Is it science? No. The science is great. Have you ever zoomed in on a Mudson Scott once you built it?
Yeah.
What do you see, Moy?
You see penguins.
Penguins?
Walking around.
That's a good
man.
argument.
So
Like the graphic.
Those are actually the scientists right there.
Oh.
Little do you know.
So the room audibly cheered when they showed that wonder animated for the first time. To the team.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
it was
awesome.
super
Man.
good. Everybody there was a cheer that went up for that. So that's and one of my favorite pieces that the community does is people send us pictures of them building the wonder at the wonder. So we actually had a scientist or a resident of the Edmondson Scott Research Station build the Edmondson Scott Research Station at the Edmondson Scott Research Station.
That
I
is
did not know
epic.
that.
And
epic.
that was amazing. When you think about everything that had to happen for that to come into play, that is my favorite wonder at the wonder combo I've ever seen in my years of working on Civ.
Let's go to the creators to ask them. So we're already on White and Nerdy here. So White and Nerdy, what is your favorite wonder? Whether you're building one or not, doesn't matter. Just what is your favorite wonder?
My favorite wonder in the game has to be the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, of course.
Not only because a lot of people love it for meme builds, and it's the one bridge in the world, and you can build. But actually, it's what it does. It gives a ton of appeal and tourism from appeal districts. It's actually really, really good and underrated in my opinion. Like actually, but I love finding places. It's one of those wonders that you need to find the perfect spot to build. You have to scour the map looking for this very, very specific placement, and I just have a lot of fun building it.
I actually see a valid spot. I know we're not going to see it this game because it's way too far, but there is one spot where you can build.
There is.
Very
Nice.
nice.
I see it.
Yeah.
Made
Nicely.
me.
There's been a couple places where
Yeah,
you'll be able to throw it down.
there's a
so.
few. There's a few that'll work. There's a few.
I do know, like, I've tried to do, like, the all wonder challenge, like, build every wonder, and usually it's, like, the golden, it's so hard to find the right spot, and it's, like, that ruined my whole game. But let's go over to TGM and ask him what your favorite wonder is, TGM.
My favorite wonder, just functionally, is pyramids. Builders are just, there's never a wrong time to get a builder, and so making your builders better it makes me very happy.
It's the one he can't build.
Straight to the point. Hey, this man's focused. He's here to play. He's
I'm
here.
focused.
see
I
he's-
have wonders to build, you guys.
He's got an injured archer as well and a barbarian, so he's got some issues that he's dealing
He's been
with.
dealing with barbarians for a little bit, so he's got them on the ropes though.
Since turn 2.
Yeah, like right
72.
away they were
That's
on
a
it. Good work. We got that set up properly.
Oh yeah, okay, good job.
Yeah.
So let's go over to Lumbago. Favorite wonder.
My favorite is the Colosseum shall stand, Rome shall stand.
Nice, nice.
It was funny. My friend was there recently, and I saw all the photos. And he's a Civ 5 player. Ugh, no, I'm just kidding. But he did play Civ 5, and but I messaged him. He did play some Civ 6, and I messaged him and said, from his Coliseum, and I said, but is it granting an amenity to all the nearby cities? Anyway, so that was fun.
Awesome. And then lastly, but definitely not leastly, OnSpotTV.
If you're talking about wonders, I really like Forbidden City. The fact that it adds that extra flexibility of using an extra card, it's just so amazing every time you get it. If you do manage to couple that with Alhambra or Potala Palace, your empire just becomes so powerful.
Yeah, I like getting all those extra policy cards.
Have you ever hit a game where you got all 4 of the wonders, like of all 4 policies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Feels
Yeah,
great.
yeah, it's a nice advantage.
OnSpot, do you have a hat
It's a
that
Greek
matches-
achievement. It's really good to get all 13 policy slots.
Has anybody gotten the achievement for building the maximum canal that you can build? You've gotten it?
What is the maximum? Is that like 3 spaces, 4 spaces?
So the maximum canal you can get across all district placements, and you can use your city center as a canal if you build on both sides, is you can get 7 tiles long.
Oh,
Wow.
And that's what the achievement is?
Yeah, I think
7-tile
the
long?
achievement is for
Yes.
7-tile
Yeah.
canal. So
What goes into choosing those achievements? Like, do you just like throw a bunch of stuff at a wall, or is
It bounces around. Sometimes it's just like, is it something fun and niche you can hit in the game? And sometimes I believe it's just because the achievement has a funny name.
we've certainly
land
backed
it.
into some achievements just because we came up with a funny name for them first, and then we were like, we have to do it because of this. So, yeah, I think I petitioned for Mongolia winning a culture victory.
I thought that was so
Was-
strange when I read that. I'm like,
What-
why?
Why? Because it's the inverse of
Yeah.
wearing your blue jeans and listening to your rock music. So it's like we're wearing your deals and listening to your throat singing. Like that struck me as hilarious. I don't know why it was so. It's not that esoteric.
No, it's funny, but I was asking, like, where does it come from? Because, yeah, obviously Mongolia, Genghis Khan, not really known for
Right.
the culture victories. So it's like, how did this come about? Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
the
but
complete
it's
inverse.
Kublai Khan's for the culture, right?
Yeah. Throat singing is awesome though, and
I
so like
would agree with
Very
you.
true.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Does Canada have a domination one? If you win domination, is that achievement with Canada?
I wanted that achievement to be called Sorry, but I don't remember if that.
That would have been so good.
That would have
Oh,
been
man.
perfect.
Yeah, yeah, that would have been good.
We're seeing some players. Some players are busy. And we're seeing some very different strategies here. We're looking at this particular player, like I said, very busy with what they're doing. Not going to say who.
Busy
But
bee.
if we go to some other ones, we see lots of possibilities for a different variation of wonders. I guess I can say without revealing too much. We also noticed 2 players are right beside each other, and you guys definitely know that. Any conflict so far between you 2?
You know who you
No,
are.
not
We're
yet.
friends, right?
Yeah.
Right?
This is
I don't know
a
if you
triangle
have
of
a different
fun.
take that I do, but
We're friends.
OnSpot, I've heard that line before from you, that we're friends. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
White Nerdy, you need to watch out for the deceiver, as I like to call him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember the Lake of Oblivion remembers.
I will
okay?
immediately place an encampment right on his border. Is that what you want?
You know what? That sounds for like a good.
Yeah.
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 You're the official guy. You gotta.
Yeah. All right.
maybe?
All right.
Great idea.
Moral victories. How many? If you can get like, encampments on OnSpot's borders.
Maybe too early to call for moral
Maybe.
victories, but you know,
Maybe.
it's something that we would definitely appreciate if you were to stir the pot a little bit.
Now, I'm curious too. It's interesting with their the starting governors that everybody chose.
observation.
You know, like a lot of you are the same, but some of you are distinctly different, and I'm not sure. We can't see how if you've leveled them up. what do you guys go for? We'll go around in a circle for starting governor. TG, I'm start with you. Like starting governors, what's critical for you for your governors, and like, do you build them right up, like, or do you like that spread? It looks like you like to build them up.
I built them up. This is not ideally what I wanted to do. Like ideally, you're probably picking Magnus because wonders and chopping and things like that. But it's kind of a different game, and I'm trying to adapt to my spawn a little bit. So just trying to lean into some places where I feel like other people won't.
So for you, as the governor, depends on the game. It's not that you are committed to a governor strategy.
Yeah, I've found myself doing a lot of different governor strategies lately. That's what I love about the governors. They're all very specific. There are some that are obviously like kind of reliably good, consistently good. But I've gone Liang first in a lot of cases. I've gone, Magnus first is obviously great. Pingala first has merit. Like, there's just a lot of different things you can do with the governors, which I love.
I like early Liang.
I also see you're building a lot of a specific building that I was pretty positive you didn't enjoy. Is that?
That's interesting.
Maybe I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. Okay. My sources.
You might be wrong. And again, strategies change a lot in a later era start, so could be some of that.
I think one of the things I appreciate watching really good Civ players play is that maybe there's a meta in the game, but you're always adapting how you're playing for the situation. So in this case, because we're asking everybody to build 7 wonders, that's shifting the meta a little bit because the map size and people's start location and trying to prioritize that. I think I'm seeing the choices people are making, and I'm like, that's a really good one, and I wouldn't have thought to do it. So, great job.
Is that a hero?
No, well, we're seeing some being built, and we would like to see. Okay, okay.
Well, let's save the hero.
Another one over there. Which one's being built there? Okay, yeah. Good.
We are playing heroes and legends. We'll see them soon.
Those are both very good ones.
Yeah.
To get too.
I just want to shout out. Fraxis was so generous to invite us out to the studio, but Carl is on vacation.
He planned it that way.
He knew.
I knew it. He planned it that way.
We were coming in, yes, and he purposely avoided us. So instead of having him in the studio, we have, in memory of Carl for this week, a specific 1-of-1 mug that we will be gifting him at the end of this. For this. So this is for you, Carl. Cheers, buddy. We hope to see you next time.
Compliments of Mrs. Zozo.
That's such a fantastic
It's a wonder.
mug.
It's a wonder by itself.
It's
providing culture. It's providing happiness.
Yeah, spectators get one wonder.
Yeah. Yeah. It's raising the appeal of the whole stream. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, well done.
Look at this. He's gone for the spread.
Oh, we see our first hero, and we can announce it because everybody knows. White and Nerdy, Hercules.
Hercules!
Hercules.
Who remembers the old Hercules cartoon? Hey, Herc! That was a long time ago.
That's wow.
That was a long time ago.
And we're seeing this transition. We're gonna White and Nerdy. Why did you choose Hercules?
Hercules gives you a ton of momentum. Being able to instantly build a district means you can build other things, whether that's wonders or more settlers or anything. You also immediately get those great people points per turn. You immediately get the yield per turn, whether it's gold from a commercial hub or a harbor, and it just puts you very far ahead. And it's I had a couple of choices of heroes, and just felt like the right one for this situation.
He's getting some stuff.
If I could ask, on that southern city, you made it looks like you're working on a district there. What's the thought process on that district?
I just like gold.
Yay!
Especially when it comes to these online speed games, it's all about how many things you can get done in a single turn, and that's exactly what gold lets you do. The more gold you have, the more flexibility you have. Instead of trying to queue everything up to build them individually, you can buy things in every single city, depending on, of course, how much gold you have. So you have to be smart with how you spend it, but that is the idea here. Is I want to do more things with less time.
Very smart.
Good answer. Gold is the best.
Let's go to. Can we go to Lumbago? We haven't checked her out in a while because I know that they were a little busy.
A little bit busy.
Little busy.
Little busy bee.
We got our
We're doing
first,
it right.
I believe, first Wonder
Yeah.
fully built.
It's built. It's done.
It's done so. Yep, we got it, and it is a good one. So thank you everyone else for throwing the game.
Can we talk about this
I'm just
Wonder? Is that
kidding.
too revealing?
No, we can because Pete was telling us about Machu Picchu.
Yeah, it
So,
was built.
Pete, why don't you tell us a little bit about Machu Picchu?
So Machu Picchu, a ritual temple palace complex on top of the mountains in Peru, one of the best known developments of the Inca. I think people appreciate the height that it's built on, but one of the things that I love about it is the stonework that actually goes into it. So each one of those stones is individually laid, and the other stones chiseled out to fit into it. It's a style of masonry that you don't see in a lot of traditional European or Middle Eastern construction. The Incans sort of raised it to a height all by itself. They had a very complex centralized system for bringing in labor to work projects like this. I think it's something that people, unless you play a lot of Civ, you're maybe not familiar with. But it's just such an amazing complex. And everybody I know who's been to Machu Picchu are just sort of struck by the majesty of it, the altitude of it, the view that it has, and just the work that went into building it. So really an amazing place.
Sounds like a good place to play Civ.
Sounds like a great place to play Civ.
The only thing it's missing, there's no llamas.
Or parking lots.
Yeah,
Wow.
Or parking lots.
Or
Or
parking lots.
penguins.
You know what? The other thing that you can't see is that the Inca were masters of sort of a vertical farming method. So they actually used the elevation and the microclimate changes at elevation to improve the produce that they could generate through their agricultural systems. And it's so sophisticated, and it's just such an amazing use of the geography of the area that they lived in. Part of why I loved working on Civilization was that you could spend 2 days reading about Incan vertical farming structures, and you could come back and you would report to the team, and that was considered work. So I had a real job once. I am never going back.
A real job once?
Yeah.
I'll never forget being in history classes and being able to use knowledge I've learned from Civ 5 and Civ 6 in those classes. Just being like, oh, I read the Civilopedia.
That's actually really true. I've done that many a time.
Every once in a while, we'll get a letter from somebody who's gone on to get a PhD in history or sociology or something based on their love of Civ. And I think that's part of what I love the most is this is a great game with a great community of people, and Civ is really about everything that human beings have done to in the world and really kind of celebrating that. And I think the team's done a great job of leaning in on that. So good job to them.
Can we get a T-shirt that says "Everything I Need to Know in Life I Learned from Civ"?
No, but I'm going to make a series of unrelated notes on this paper in front of me.
OnSpotTV. You've been a busy man, it seems like, on a very specific strategy. Tell us a little bit about...
Yes and no.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What does that mean? Give us as much information or as much deceive as you wish.
Well, first of all, I have a big barbarian problem. Now that's out of the way. I'm trying as much as possible to get... oh my god, look at this.
Okay.
France is barbarian itself into my territory here.
What?
I'm gonna need to
Is
get
the barbarian you're
some form
talking
of a
about
base
France
over
by
here.
any chance?
Any reaction, White and Nerdy, to what you did there?
What? I told you, I told everyone I was going to build an encampment on your border, so I had to do it.
Oh my
Like a micro achievement. Like, that governor is something on a border, I might question. I see another hero there. Is that Oya?
Yeah, that is Oya.
Oya?
Sean, do you know what Oya does?
Yes, Oya is the storm goddess. She can create a weather effect that'll damage all nearby enemies, and I believe heal ally units.
Magic.
Yep.
Okay.
That encampment.
Interesting choices here.
I just like that it's de-escalating the situation at the border.
Yeah, totally. That encampment placement would totally have tilted me. Like, I would totally, if somebody did that to me in a game, it would be unending enmity.
It's upsetting.
Oh, man.
A little
It's
upsetting.
like I can physically feel that encampment.
It cuts deep.
Cuts super deep.
That's the kind of thing Carl would do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time. I know.
There's,
Yeah.
seems like there's been a shift in game plans from somebody. Not gonna say who. Shift in game plans. Let's go over back to TGM. It's been a while since we've been over there. See, he's done all of these initial city projects and is now kind of going over to some other stuff.
How cryptic, Moy.
How cryptic, I know. Stuff and things are
So
being
cryptic.
built.
What's that?
Stuff and things are being built. I see you're actually building sphinxes, and I feel like I can say this, and I want to ask why you're prioritizing these sphinxes over other things.
Okay. This.
Mike's muted. Mike muted TGM. I don't know.
Even better builders is like a really good break point for me. So it's a little bit of cost. My start location is pretty terrible anyways, and so it's not like I'm foregoing better tiles. So I feel good about the Sphinx choices, and it's part of the reason I wanted Ramses actually.
You know, we call you the godfather of civilization, at least on the Civ show. And so, you know what? I'm never going to question your choices because you probably know better than both me and Zoe together, right?
Put together? Like combined even.
Combined, yeah.
Don TGM, as we call him.
Yeah, man.
I mean, who knows? I haven't built any wonders, so it may not work out for me. But
you haven't built any wonders yet. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But I like this. I like this. This holy site here lends to what I hope you're going to do, and it's one of my favorite things to do. So,
He's making. Okay, buddy. You got some issues you got to take care of. So.
Yeah.
We'll let you focus and.
Thanks. Yeah, it's been going great. It's been going great.
Things are fine.
Yeah,
Everything is
it's
fine.
good. I hear it's good to just leave barbarian camps alone and just don't worry about them.
It's fun when they spawn man-at-arms.
Yeah.
Medieval era starts.
favorite part of
We learned they do spawn man-at-arms very quickly, but there are specific wonders that may be built that could help you out. You know, that either spawn some units. There's a statue of Zeus, I think it's called.
You know,
heard
Great
of it.
Wall, I think, in previous games that it kept barbarians out of your territory long ago, you know?
Oh, there is Carl. I see Carl. Oh, he is here.
Oh, look at that. Hey!
Okay. I was so mistaken. He was in the office the whole time.
The whole time. Wow. I'm going to go through this and see what, if anyone else is...
Oh, is that...
It started. It's not...
Are you sure?
It
Go
just
back.
Started. Oh. Maybe it is
Are you
done.
sure? Zoom in.
It could be done.
White Nerdy,
It's
is this
moving.
finished next
It's
to your
done.
capital?
He heard what I was saying about it being my favorite, and he
I built it for you,
for
so.
me. Oh, could you put a little tag on it that says Zozo? Thanks.
No,
you don't have to
don't
do
do
that.
that.
You don't have to
Don't do that, please.
Oh, nice. Are you near those things? The states of the city? Have you met any? At least one, I hope.
I think a few. Let's recap how the wonder count is so far. So we have White Nerdy with 1. We see here, if we go back to Lumbago, she's currently the only other person who has a wonder with Machu Picchu. So we have Lumbago with 1, White Nerdy with 1, TGM with 0, OnSpot with 0.
Should we remind them that the object of the game is to build 7 wonders? What do you think?
That's up to you. You don't have to remind them. I feel like they're very
I think there's
smart.
an indirect way that we could remind them. No?
I cannot think of
No,
a way to
yeah.
remind them to build just 7 wonders.
Just 7 wonders.
No.
Build the first to build 7 wonders, and if they build 7 wonders, they win. But I think if we told them directly, it would be unfair.
Yeah. I mean, OnSpot, what's going on, man? You have 0 wonders. What are we doing here?
Well, 7 wonders is a large number. You can't really expect to build all 7 wonders with the stats you have, right? So I'm going for trying to build a base for unlocking those wonders later on in the game.
We've got some fates.
So I need stats, I need production, I need series, I need a lot of stuff.
Huh? Look at that. Speaking of, I like that. I think Moy would like this one.
I love that one.
Yeah,
I
bubblegum.
I love bubblegum.
Let's chew some bubblegum.
What about the other one? This is very kind.
TheCivShow is the best. Aww.
Oh no!
Not sucking up or anything.
You deprive somebody of something. Oh, wah wah. Wah wah.
Wait, what?
Nothing. It's fine.
That doesn't sound like
fine.
that.
Not
This
suspicious
is
at all.
fine.
No.
Oh, TGM. Poor TGM.
What did I do?
Nothing.
Wait, what did I miss?
Nothing. You're gonna find lots of uses for that faith. Lots of uses for it. Okay.
You can buy great people with faith.
You can buy great people with
buy
faith.
great people with faith. Great engineers.
Great engineers.
I know
Yes,
you
good,
are
great people.
such an advocate for building industrial zones, TGM. Please tell us how many industrial zones you're going to build today.
1.
We got one.
He's
We
gonna
got
build
one
the
out
one.
of them. Okay.
One.
Okay.
Why don't you like industrial zones, TGM? What's your beef with them?
Do we really want to go into this?
I think we do. Yes, we do.
Dude, we got like another lot of time, so you can go.
We got
with it.
devs here. All right, they want to hear why you love them.
I find that specific. This is. I've been building more in recent games, so there is
he's in
that.
rehab.
But I find that the efficiency model when you're going for certain strategies, and I'm a culture victory player, I find that the efficiency model isn't required for like culture games, for example, and so I tend to skip them in most cases. I also like the buildings are too expensive is also a part of it.
From what I remember you saying before, you don't like to spend production to get production, or you don't like to spend faith to get faith either. I know you don't like to.
The longer the game goes, the more efficient they are. But I feel like the thing I always go back to is the workshop is 165 production, if I remember correctly.
Sure.
195. So and it gives you 3 production. So it takes 65 turns or whatever to pay itself back. And so if you're building that and your game is 20 turns from ending, you're not doing much to help yourself.
Yeah.
It's good justification.
Well, like
I've been finding that
Go ahead.
like one industrial zone is Center Empire just for those factories because they give AoE production is phenomenal because if you can hit like 8 cities with a factory that's 3 production times 8, that's 24 production per turn. When it's powered, you double that. That's when they come on later, but as TGM is saying, if you're a player that likes to win really, really fast, you have less time to benefit from it for sure.
Okay, folks, you guys can vote for whatever you want, but as I think everyone in the call knows, the spectator has a vote.
We do. We do.
You need to plead your case why we should vote for what you're voting. This is a voluntary based. If you would like for us to vote for your thing, please go ahead. If you don't say anything, we're going to pick the most chaotic thing possible. So please give us a reason to vote for what you're voting for.
So right now we have 2 resolutions that we need to pass. Okay, one is on sovereignty. Okay, now what are you doing? I see.
Yeah.
I'm like, sovereignty. So we got 2, A and B, 100% city-state types sending traders. That's cool. There's a lot of industrial. And then there's B. City-states of this type provide no Susan bonus. So with 4 industrial, that would be pretty crippling if you don't have any. And then we have military advisory. Units of the chosen strength get +5 combat strength, or units of the chosen class lose 5 combat strength. Sovereignty, guys, make a case. Plead for us to vote with you.
Definitely vote for industrial city-states, and definitely vote for ranged combat strength because barbs are annoying, especially man-at-arm barbs when you have archers.
I like TGMs
Or an
at
archer,
least for
as
military.
the case may be.
Okay.
Was
Okay.
that for or
I
against
can definitely
industrial
help
zones?
with that vote for ranged units because I also might want to defend myself from aggression. Maybe. I don't know.
I want to hear this from
Or
OnSpot.
OnSpot.
OnSpot, how do you feel?
Yeah,
about
I'm all
range?
good with industrial city states and range. Yeah, it works. It
Curious.
works. Range works both ways, you know.
Lumbago, do you have any beefs here? Because I'll vote whatever you say.
Wait, you can shoot arrows back?
Yeah, it seems so.
City
We can
states,
even
Lumbago,
both.
what do you think?
I think I did this wrong because I just saw what I wanted and I clicked through and I was like, okay, right. But I will say that I did choose city states. When we say industrial, and but I went for melee,
Okay.
and I would love the case for melee because would be good for me.
I want to go with Lumbago.
You can help me out by voting melee.
I don't know.
It won't matter because they've all voted ranged anyways.
Right, exactly. At this point.
My hands are clean.
Yep.
I wash my hands in this water.
Heavy cat
I want
time.
no part of this. Why don't we actually, right after this resolution, it's exactly, so we have 4 industrial zones, 100% whatever their yield is towards industrial zones, and we're also doing +5 strength to range. So why don't we throw it to a commercial break, and we will be right back.
Hello, nerds, and welcome. I go by WhiteAndNerdyTV. Some of you may know me from my live streams on Twitch for the past 2 years, especially my time on the last 2 Civ Gives, first commentating and then participating. I've also been uploading a ton of different edited games to YouTube recently, videos that I'm very, very happy with, so go ahead and check them out. I'm really looking forward to playing today, and once we wrap up, stop by all the channels you see today. They're all fantastic players. Very fun people. Later, nerds.
Welcome back to Civ Game Night here at Firaxis Studio. I am Moisos, joined by,
Raising Zozo.
and we have 4 of the 4 great content creators here with us today. We have OnSpotTV, we have TheGameMechanic, we have Lumbago, and we have WhiteAndNerdy with us today. Their challenge is to build, reminder for everybody in the game, is to build 7 wonders. The first person to build 7 wonders is the winner. Let's recap who has what. Lumbago, we noticed during break, you finished another wonder.
That's 2 wonders. 2.
Y'all better catch up. What's taking so long?
We'll get back
Don't worry, I'll steal yours.
to what you built.
You're gonna steal mine. Uh-oh.
We'll get back to what you built momentarily.
words.
WhiteAndNerdy, you have 1 wonder as well with Apadana. Congratulations. If we go to OnSpotTV, on the right over here, he has a total of 0.
0 wonders.
And as we go over to TGM, he has
Just got wonder snipes.
currently no
0.
wonders.
Are we supposed to be doing that? Are we supposed to be building wonders?
The objective of the game is to be the first person to build 7 wonders.
Oh.
Hey, Moy, if you can
Look,
update
another
my
wonder
count,
got
I
built.
2
Another
now.
wonder just got built. Oh, WhiteAndNerdy,
White
congratulations on that one.
It's a good thing no one else was trying to build that one. Huh. That'd make your face red.
My turn hasn't changed yet, so now I'm concerned.
While we're on this, actually, Pete, why don't you tell us a little bit about
Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, one of the original 7 wonders of the world. Actually, one of the things that I love about this was that this wonder was actually, somebody tried to destroy it and gain eternal fame by being known as the person who was going to destroy the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus. And the thing is, nobody remembers his name except for criminologists, because that particular class of crime is categorized using that person's name. Now, you're going to ask me, what is that name? And the answer is, I can't remember, because I'm very old.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
He's friends with Anonymous.
Yeah. I actually, a few years ago, I had the opportunity to go to the British Museum. It was actually, I was doing a work trip for Firaxis, and I had an afternoon free. And they have some of the statuary from the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus at the British Museum. So that was pretty cool to see. I think at the British Museum, they have 5 parts of 5 of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. You can insert your joke about the British archaeologist history here. I'll leave that to chat to for themselves.
And let's go back to Lumbago with Jebel Barco. Congratulations, Lumbago, on building that. And Pete, why don't you tell us a little bit about Jebel?
This is my favorite wonder after Petra. When you build it with Petra, it is the chocolate to Petra's peanut butter. This is part of a complex of pyramids in Nubia. And as I recall, we released this as part of our Nubia Civ DLC release when we did Civ 6. Nubia's got a very, very interesting history. A lot of what we think of for ancient Egypt translates very neatly into Nubian history as well, because they are farther up the Nile River from Egypt. So very, very cool place to learn about, to read about, and to build in Civ. Good job, Lumbago. I got my money on you for building 7.
I know we wanted to go through some of the heroes that have been recruited.
Oh wow, the list has gotten bigger. Oh my goodness.
So?
What do we got? This is we just went over Anasi.
Anasi.
Hey, I gotta zoe it up. I love this destroying luxuries to get and bonus resources to get a big jump. I like anything that's like a giant chunk of science or as you know,
I know.
giant chunk of culture, science, explosion, all of a sudden. That's like what, 6 charges? I wonder how many have been used already.
Perfect ability for this hero. Nancy, the trickster hero of West African culture, actually came over and joined the pantheon of American culture heroes through the enslaved populations in the South. If you are familiar with some of the Uncle Remus tales, they are actually modern instantiations of the Anansi tales.
Neil Gaiman also used. He was like one of the best characters. I love that character.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
For American Gods. Then we got Hercules. Hercules is terrifying. Why? And I think this is why we don't see a lot of heroes on the Civ show. He rips buildings and people apart.
He helps build as well, though.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing that he helps to build, but he's also very powerful, and he's right now controlled by White and Nerdy for peaceful reasons, though, just to build things, not to rip people apart.
Of course.
Himiko, this is the archer, yeah?
No, this is the city-state.
Oh, the city-state, state. I'm thinking of Mulan. I love Himiko because, getting envoys is fantastic, and that little faith boost is just delicious. And then getting you can
levy units.
Levy units,
There we go.
you can levy units. Now we got to remember, though, I made this mistake more than once, that she doesn't have a combat strength. Nope, she's not gonna help you. She'll inspire everybody, +5 for all units. That's fantastic. And then we got Oya. So this is the magic user.
It does damage and heal adjacent owned units by 40.
Yeah, they're very cool, and they are great when you have in tandem with other heroes, because they will heal those heroes. So if you're able to collect a whole bunch and get Oya to help support, it's an incredible combination.
Okay, we are. Oh!
Oh no!
We just witnessed this live!
No!
Live reaction!
I saw it happen.
I told you I was gonna steal
You
it.
got it.
Oh.
I got it. I got you. Is this just because I didn't let you
Ghosty.
let you get on my property?
Yeah, I was actually very offended.
We just saw.
You know me better than that. I'm scared of you. I don't know what you're gonna do to me.
Nah, you shouldn't be scared of me. I would never hurt anyone.
We just saw
Sure,
White
I've
Nerdy.
heard that before.
We just saw White Nerdy chop out Petra, stealing it from Lumbago, who had 3 turns left on Petra.
I had been building it for a long time too.
That was a
You
long
have been
for a
building it
long
for a
way.
long
Yes.
time,
Yep.
yeah. But that production can be put into something else. Could be a wonder, could be a salt mine, whatever you wish.
There's a fair amount of salt right now, so mining that would be pretty good.
Right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think you did there.
Thanks for
Oh.
picking up what I was putting down there.
I-
yeah.
Yeah, lob them up again. I got you.
Speaking of Petra, one of our favorite wonders here from the cast, Pete, why don't you tell us a little bit about Petra?
So Petra, fantastic remnants of basically a kingdom, a mini civilization all on its own in the area of what is today Jordan. Controlled a crossroads in the regional trade. Absolutely phenomenal use of engineering to get what little water there was in the region funneled into the city. So while everybody knows Petra for this impressive facade, which you've all definitely seen in Indiana Jones, I actually think the canals are the more monumental achievement in terms of making a place where you could live comfortably in the middle of an otherwise arid desert. Also, apparently the theme of things Pete talks about today is water in interesting places and growing things. So this is why you tune into Civilization for this kind of fascinating history.
Where can we get water?
Where can we get water?
You know what? You can't spell Pete without Petra.
It's true.
Or maybe the other
I
way
looked it
around.
up. I looked it up.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thank you.
I also want to shout out, we talk about penguins and how great they are. Can we go back to Petra? Let's shout out the camel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody
Yes.
likes the camel. Why?
Yeah.
Let's shout out, that's an amazing camel.
It's a beautiful camel. It's a
Beautiful.
Beautiful
My
camel.
camel.
So,
It is your camel.
So in the ancient world, it was often very popular to hire tribesmen from the Sahara as auxiliaries in your armies because horses are scared of camels. And consequently, you could guard your flanks with camel-mounted archers because the horses who would normally be attacking those flanks wouldn't want to go anywhere near them.
So why don't we have any camel units in Civ 6?
It's a great question that I'm
Leave it
not
at
that I'm not answering right now.
Okay, it's a great question, and that's where that ends. We haven't talked to OnSpot, I feel like, in a
He's also being very quiet, which is kind of, Oh, look at that. I see that finally got bought. Wow. There's a certain engineer that, might be good at building wonders, and it's been acquired. I wonder what he's going to use it for. What do you think?
Well, he just sent it to a specific place, and I
yeah,
think we can kind of put together
This
1 and 2.
This is also one of my favorite wonders,
Yeah.
especially if you get Apidana first, obviously, to build
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah.
So that is, he's building wonders the way Zoe would build wonders.
I just hope a tsunami doesn't happen near that area at all. Yeah.
That'd be unfortunate. That'd be unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
He's almost done this one.
He is, and we almost have OnSpot on the board.
He is. He built. He did. I'm pretty sure.
Nope,
He didn't.
it's
He?
unfinished.
Oh, he's doing.
Okay. I think he
okay.
just showed us why.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Got it.
It's pretty much done. That's like it's safe to be that number, right? For wonders, that's a safe place to be.
How many
Not
times?
always. Not
How many
always.
times? Here,
Anxiety.
why don't we get a witness? Lumbago, did you feel safe that you were building that wonder before it got taken from you?
Did I feel safe? Well, when I realized it was taking longer than I wanted it to, I realized that. But when White Nerdy said he was going to steal it, I was worried he was trying to take it by force. But I realized that his military is not particularly strong. So I was like, I don't know what he's talking about. But then he stole it right out from under my nose.
This is the.
What do you mean? I'm very strong.
And this is the
Your
chop or not
110
to chop.
military strength. Pardon me?
Just 'cause
This
the
is-
number's bigger.
The dilemma between to chop or not to chop when you're at that one turn, like if you wait, you might be safe, but if you're not, like, oh, why didn't I chop?
We just saw a wonder get finished by OnSpotTV, who has built Mahabodhi Temple. Congratulations. What are you going to do with those apostles, OnSpot?
I think I'm gonna evangelize my religion.
Okay. No aggressive spreads then.
No.
Gonna choose.
We don't.
It could be aggressive what he
I
chooses.
want to create some mischief over here, some drama from White and Nerdy because he's getting
Well,
converted.
if you take by any chance Crusade, I don't know. Well, maybe throw some bonus points your way.
Oh yeah, that's definitely worthy of some sort of extra moral victory points.
Well, if it gets used
Might lead
effectively.
to actual victory points.
Yeah.
That's also true.
There are some targets that have some wonders that you can choose. It's your game, OnSpot. It's your game, buddy. Do whatever you wish.
Yeah, let's see how it works.
Although, White Nerdy, I've been in your shoes before, spawning beside OnSpot. It's not a good place to be, buddy. It's not a good place to be.
I've been next to OnSpot before too. It doesn't usually go well.
But Sean, I thought the purpose was to build 7 wonders. Why would anybody be picking Crusade as a religion enhancement?
Well, there are more ways to gain wonders than just building.
He didn't do it.
No,
He didn't do it.
Oh,
He didn't do it.
Okay.
Didn't do it. We have a new religion.
What's wonders? Precious.
What's wonders, precious?
It's what's his wonders.
What's his wonders, precious?
What's his wonders, precious?
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Yes. Shout out Lord of the Rings. Interesting religion choice, TGM. Is it because work ethic is gone, unfortunately?
Yeah, I mean, ideally I would have taken work ethic, but you gotta play the cards you're dealt.
I would agree. And let's go over to TGM's land and see what he's up to. I noticed that there's some progress over here. Lots of progress, actually. Good in all the good ways. Lot of you're very well fed. I will say you are a very good leader to your people.
He got rid of that barb camp.
He did.
That's really impressive. That he got it done. That's the important part.
And what I love about
Things are
this,
happening.
and I do want to talk about this, and I want to bring this over to Sean, is these farming triangles. And Sean, why are farming triangles so good?
So with unlocking, I believe it's feudalism, you get +1 on food on a farm if they're adjacent to 2 more farms. And so if you get a good farming triangle down, all farms in that, all 3 of them will get +1 for a total of +3 food, which is very efficient. And then if you can stack more on top of that, it's very easy to start finding ways to wiggle them in between another 2 and such.
What's really interesting is with this strategy of going tall here by focusing on food and going with population, can maybe make up for some of the shortcomings of maybe not having a lot of production right on site.
Population is also really good at getting science and culture.
And your districts, and your district count up.
Yep, getting your district count up, which can unlock more wonders for you to build.
Chopping.
Well, we just saw somebody make use of their sharp stuff, and I wanted to say that was probably a very good move.
Yeah, absolutely. It just always makes me uncomfortable. You holding anything sharp.
This is not.
That looks sharp from
Oh
here.
wow!
Dude. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna put that down. So yeah, I know there's a bit of a. If we take a look here, the chat, and then we take a look over here as well. Yeah, some good choices.
Yeah, it's
good choices.
Very interesting.
All I'm saying, good choices. Let's go to OnSpot. He just used that engineer, and frankly, no one else.
No one. Yeah.
That's
this has got some restrictions, right?
Yeah, on the coast. And OnSpot on the board again with 2. 3. Oh my gosh, we missed one. 3 wonders.
3 wonders.
Oh no.
He has just built Kilsawani and Colossus were the 2 wonders that he has just built. Congratulations, OnSpot. Let's do a little bit of a recap. Who has what? Lumbago, you have 2 wonders currently, Jebel and Machu Picchu. White and Nerdy of Catherine, you have 3 wonders with Petra, with Mausoleum, and Apadana. TGM is.
We love TGM.
We're gonna give you. Don't worry. We're gonna give you some reasons that you're gonna be the best player in this game. And on OnSpotTV, we are going. Or sorry, you have 3 wonders with Kilwa, Colossus, and Mahobody Temple.
Yeah.
Did I say that right? Mahodobi?
Mahobody
Mahobody Temple.
Yep.
Apologies. Mahobody. And wow, okay, I've never seen anyone buy a skirmisher before.
I didn't buy it. I got it from a hut.
You got it from a hut.
You got it from okay.
Why would you assume that he bought it?
They were generous to me.
OnSpotTV. He is the captor of E. Okay, he knows how to play this game.
No one understands that reference.
You know what? You know what? It's a great reference, and he's there. Can you point him out there on spot, right there beside you? There's little E. Okay, poor little
this
E.
one? What?
E.
This one?
E.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he's here. He's still here. He's still alive.
He's still
I'm feeding
alive.
him every day.
One day, okay, Van Bradley, you will get the E back. Okay, he's the one that captured it. This is a CivGive 1 reference. Oh my God, that was so long ago. I stole Van Bradley's E, and that's the E right there. Can you hold it up for us? Because I love that I was able to get that to you. That was your victory for destroying me.
There you go.
As the winner of the CivGive 1,
Yep.
which is a charity event that we, the Civ Show, host every year, OnSpot won the E of Van Bradley, so now he's known as Van Bradley because he doesn't have an E anymore.
Officially, he doesn't have an E. The E was captured. Stolen by me. First captured by me, and then OnSpot captured it when he raised the Lake of Oblivion. Yeah,
Yes.
that was good times. Flashback memories.
It's almost like a great work that's traded hands.
It is.
Times.
It is, and I think we'll have eventually. I hope that the E makes its way around the world. I think someone needs to liberate the E. Maybe in the next CivGive, we can try to free it.
If you have a new trophy for each CivGive, does it get to be like a different era, and then you can get a theming bonus by throwing them all together?
Well, the idea is if you get E, you could add something to it, but we could do something like that, where add an era.
Yeah. Can we pop back to the Colossus of Rhodes for a second?
Yeah,
this
let's
is
talk about Colossus.
So again, one of the original 7 wonders of the world. My favorite story about this is, well, not only does it appear in the original intro cinematic for Civ 6, but it fell down in an earthquake, and it was basically destroyed. And then it actually ended up in the scrap yard of a scrap dealer in Rhodes. So it was torn up, broken up, and the bronze recycled. So there's no more remnant of the Colossus of Rhodes.
Oh no! I'm not doing that for any reason.
You gotta be kidding me.
Wow.
All right, well, GG.
Live reaction.
Wow!
Wow. Wow.
So was that a chop, or was that the game defaulting to what happens? Buttons. What happens?
That's
when
what we
choose-
usually call slot order, just because I was the first one in the lobby. My turn processes first, I believe, is what happened.
Yeah, if there wasn't a chop that happened there, then it'll default into slot order.
Yeah. So that's okay. You know what we need to do? We need to come up with a moral victory. What's a moral victory? So
For what? For TGM?
yes.
How many wonders can be stolen from you? If you got the most? No. Okay. All right. All right. That is a option. It'd be good if you had,
No, what?
But okay.
Objective of the game.
I know.
To
I know.
be the first person.
It's just not right. All right. It's not right. Poor TGM. Anybody but.
We'll come up with a moral victory for you soon.
Yeah.
TGM, so that you have.
I don't know why you're pity.
Fine. Whatever, man. That's fine.
Oh my goodness.
What do we have over here? Okay. Yeah, we are over at Lumbago here.
He's got some troubles.
Wow, some big trouble.
There's some troubles.
Also, could potentially have a friend in aid.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Lumbago? What's going on here?
I'm about to find out if I'm okay.
That'd be a nice if you can convert them.
I don't think she knows. about
I don't know.
it.
Oh,
No,
does she
I
not?
don't know.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I don't-
Foreshadow.
Yeah.
Look at this, like, beautiful, just nobody's, it's unfortunate.
Just city-states.
Don't worry, Lumbago. I have Hercules here helping to fight the barbarians to your south.
He's,
Is that what's
I'm
going
here
on
to
here?
help.
I'm about to get stormed.
All right.
It's okay.
Recap on the
I'm
count.
ready.
Lumbago has 2
Oh.
wonders. White Nerdy has 3 wonders. OnSpot has 3 wonders. And TGM has how many wonders?
he has
I
One.
have
Look,
one
look, he
wonder.
has one.
One.
He's on the board.
He's got 1.
Yay!
All right.
I knew you could do it.
Congratulations, TGM, for building the Terracotta Army. Pete,
Did it.
why don't you tell us a
Oh.
little bit about the Terracotta Army?
I love the Terracotta Army. So I'm a miniature wargamer, so the idea of having the biggest miniature wargame army in the world, something clearly goes back all the way to Qin Shi Huang. Like him, I want to be buried with all of my soldiers arrayed around me. Not only is this an amazing feat of construction, but the way that the soldiers were built is just fascinating. So each one of those soldiers of the Terracotta Army has a unique face, and they think that was the faces of the people who actually were involved with building it, which is absolutely amazing. They used all sorts of cool casting techniques to make things like the hands. So the bodies are modular with different hands that plug into them. There were weapons that were built for it, chariots, horses. It's not just it's people, but it tells us so much about what life was like in Shang China at that point. And as part of the larger complex, that's the funeral site of Qin Shi Huang, it's just so amazing to think about what it means in terms of his rule and what it represented for the people of China. So one of those things that is on my personal bucket list to go see at some point in life. Part of the Terracotta Army, that temple complex that was behind it, was supposed to represent the world as it was seen from China at that point. And the textual records tell us that they built oceans of mercury around it.
They had, like,
And
mercury.
and everybody was like, that's nuts. There's no way you could possibly do that. But they did a soil analysis of the mound around it, and it has unusually high levels of an ore of mercury in it. So it's entirely possible that the textual records are true and that there were lakes of mercury there. Wow. These are the kinds of things you can do when you're Qin Shi Huang. You can say, build me the world's best miniature wargaming army. Also, I want to be buried in a model of the world with mercury lakes.
Very cool. Thank you, Pete.
He swam in the Mercury Lakes at all?
I mean, he was dead, so.
Well, mercury is, like, really toxic, right? So,
Yeah, and it's actually really dense, so you float on top of it. So don't, first of all, but if you do.
don't go swimming in mercury.
Yeah.
Oh, if you do, you can float. I guess that was the end of that.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
No worries. We have some busy bees.
Look at this busy bee.
Busy bees. You know what? We just saw one get built.
Another wonder.
White and Nerdy built the great lighthouse. on the
Nice.
left
I'm
of
very
the
glad
beers.
I picked the lighthouse and not Colossus, because that one got built while I was building this.
White and Nerdy, you are in the lead with not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4, 5 wonders. Five wonders.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We only need 2 more from White and Nerdy before he is declared the winner. We can start handing out some moral victories if you'd like. We can just, it's optional. Lumbago, if you were to think of a moral victory for Lumbago, what would that look like? Zoe?
A moral victory. Or, yeah, Lumbago
most-
sounds... Go ahead.
Oh wait, you're thinking of it? I was trying to come up with
Go.
one for you.
Hey, we're open.
Let's see. You have Machu Picchu.
The most, if she can get the most South American wonders, we'll give her there'll be a moral victory there.
South American.
Hey, how interesting.
Okay. All right. We can do that.
She actually, there's some nice natural wonders near her too.
We can also think of most mountain tiles. We can also say if you settle next to this natural wonder to the northeast of you, we can say that could be a little bit of a moral victory. Or you can say most
right.
tundra cities. Those can all be moral
Pardon me?
victories for you.
Most
There's a lot of moral
conversation.
victories you're throwing out there, Moy.
The choice is yours, Lumbago, if you choose to accept it.
That's not how moral victories work.
Wow, you gotta do. All right, you know what? What do I know?
Well, yeah, technically, yeah, it is a rule you make up on the spot. You
Yeah.
know,
On spot, yeah. You make it up on spot, yeah.
I see another one over here. Very good.
Speaking of on spot, no. Speaking of on spot, he is a little busy doing a lot of a lot of thinking, doing a lot of thinking, a lot of paper research. You know, writing down things in books.
In books.
Yep.
Yes.
And also, you know,
Sending up for pizza.
OnSpot, what's your pizza order? If you were to order pizza, what's your go-to pizza order?
Just a normal, maybe like margarita with some meat on it. That's about it. Like simple stuff.
Good choice. Hey, margarita pizza, nothing wrong with that at all.
You can't go wrong with it, yeah.
No, not at all. Wow, we are looking really
It's
okay. We don't have. We can go to him last. Let's go to TGM up here, building some things. I don't know. TGM, man, you're looking great. You look amazing.
Thanks, man. Thank you. I feel great.
You have great hair. You know what? I'm so jealous of your hair. Can we take a look at mine really quick? If we just go, or the lack thereof of my. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's so bright in here all of a sudden. Oh my God! I'm so sorry. I'll put it back. I'll put it back. Don't. Are we gonna zoom in on? All right. You can. All right. You can. The reflection. Look
King
at that.
Triton himself.
Oh yeah,
here.
baby.
Just refer to them as tundra tiles. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow. I got
Much
her
better
next
than
to.
desert.
Yeah, they're up north, and there's nothing built on them. They're tundra tiles.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
You're building one of my actually favorite ones, TGM. So I respect the. I can't give too much away, but I respect the capital one. The capital one.
Starts with a capital letter. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
It does.
I'm
Yeah.
happy to be doing that.
Let's take a look. Is there gonna be conflict at all between White Nerdy and OnSpot? Because I feel like if there was conflict, it'd be a pretty good time.
Yeah. It could be, because I think it's totally cool. Like we just said wonders, right? You want 7 wonders? Like, what if you stole them? You know, what's better than someone else's wonder?
Or what if you delayed somebody even with
Yeah.
White Nerdy's 5 out of 7 wonders?
Yeah.
You
You
know,
like put a unit on top of someone's iron, but like instead of iron, it was a wonder, right?
Oh,
That would
yeah.
that would stop
Someone
it.
insulted
That
my
would
military
stop it.
strength, so I did
Yeah.
something about it.
Oh no.
And I took that personally.
If only someone can do something
Uh-oh, now I'm
about
worried.
it.
Muster forces. I don't know. Like getting this is like that statue is a pretty good way to defend defend your wonders. And there we go. There's another wonder built. Oh my goodness. We're like getting out to. He has 6 now. Is that?
He's
6?
got 6. We are down to the wire, and I wanna first. Speaking of down to the wire, what are you wearing on your feet, Zoe?
Oh my gosh. Are you bringing this up again?
Dude, what are those?
Listen, okay, I thought that Caesar was going to be in the game, so I figured I'd go a little toga here, okay?
Oh,
but,
nice.
all right, so I got it wrong. I got things mixed up. All right, Moy. I'm trying to celebrate this game that I love so much.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so Mose Michel has just been built. Pete, why don't you tell us a little bit about Mose Michel?
One of the coolest looking castle structures in Europe, built off the coast in France in what is essentially a tidal marshland. Buttons here was telling me that it's been used everything from a prison to a castle to a chapel to a. It's just such a fantastic place to see. I know it's one of Ed Beach's favorites. He toured Europe and he made it a special side trip just to go see Mont Saint Michel, and he said it's as cool in real life as it is in the game.
Its strategic placement of being built in that tidal marshland just made it impossible to take by force. Even if you wouldn't want to take it by force because it's so gorgeous. But it was just such a fantastic structure that held so much power through France.
And it's really just the shifting political centers in France that kept it where it was, basically. So over time, it kind of came off the main path where it would be the sort of hard point you'd need to take as you were taking over France. And then by the time rifled artillery came around, it's in essentially a backwater. So,
Why don't we zoom in?
Over here, like there, like
Yeah.
this thing here.
Yeah, as we zoom in here, I'm just going to quickly recap the number of wonders We have TGM with 1 wonder. We have Lumbago with 2 wonders. If I'm wrong by any chance, please let me know. We have OnSpot with 3 wonders, and then White Nerdy
4.
with 6
4 wonders.
out of 7.
You just built another one.
4 wonders. Do we have 4 wonders?
He's almost. Oh, he's
Well, I
so-
mean,
oh my goodness.
okay, I'll give him the
This
4. I'll
game
give
can
him
be
the 4.
decided by a single barbarian.
One Carl.
One Carl.
One Carl.
One Carl barbarian. Oh my goodness.
Barbarians have been kind of an X factor in this game. They've been really sort of playing havoc with everybody's early and mid-game plans. They ramp up and get pretty tough, and there's nothing like going to war with somebody that you can't go to war with to mess up your plans real well.
I find barbarians are sometimes more cunning than civilizations, to be honest.
They're everybody's enemy. And as we zoom in and wait for the last person to take their turn, we see the last of the 7 wonders be built by White and Nerdy with Alhambra. Congratulations,
Good job,
White and Nerdy.
I did the thing.
The first
did.
Good
2
thing.
7.
Don't mind the barbarians that are invading me right now.
Yeah, well, there was a chance there. I don't know. That Corsair decided to attack Egypt instead. But oh my goodness. Wow, what a game.
What a game.
Let's go through final thoughts. And we're going to start with our runner-up to the runner-up to the runner-up.
Yes.
Okay. That's
Respectable, just off the podium.
just
golf
there.
score, golf
Very
score.
respectable.
Very
okay.
respectable.
TGM, tell us about your game. Tell us about this game. What was good? What was bad?
Start was pretty terrible. Turn 2 Barb Camp, 4 tiles for my cap, bunch of Tundra. Faith strats didn't work out, got beat to him basically. I thought I was going to go off. I didn't have enough chops for Magnus. I had 2 chops in my entire capital, and so it was I had a really slow start and needed to bank on having some extra time to have something play out. So I went immediately 2 settlers, got 4 cities, and they just didn't pan out the way I wanted to. I figured the encampment and harbor plays were going to be good. Those were my first 2 cities, were getting a harbor in and getting an encampment in, and it just wasn't time. Too good of a game from White and Nerdy, and too impressive in terms of chopping and whatever he was up to. So GG's and cheers. Thank you so much for including me in this.
TGM, you've got I think the most beautiful far stretch of farmland here. That's your moral victory over. No one else can claim.
My cities
such
are
a
big.
beautiful-
I have almost 3 top 10 cities.
Yeah, I was going to say,
yeah.
highest population,
This-
TGM. Yeah,
These are
moral
some
victory there for
beautifully
you.
big cities, and I just love this stretch of farmland here. So well done. Okay, runner-up to the runner-up is we got Lumbago. Lumbago, tell us about your game. What was good? What was bad? What was sad?
So, Nerdy taking, what do you take, Petra out from underneath me was not my favorite thing. Because, that one's hard, right? Because, you're focusing on desert tiles and, I don't really, I have a handful of them here, and those tiles are not necessarily useful unless you have something like that, right? So, it took a while to build, and I knew it. That's why I, started building it early, but I think, in retrospect, I should have probably focused on getting production up first. But I don't know, I had all these ideas in mind that I was going to put my trade route there, and then I was going to be able to get more production from nearby folks, and there just isn't really anything around, right? Or anyone else. I mean, maybe Nerdy's here, but I didn't explore really enough to see. So I was 1 turn away from, I'm never great at pronouncing these things, this way to Kali. Which I was hoping was just going to sort of bolster the growth of Marseille. What else can I say? This has been really fun. I mean, I was just kind of jumping in. Oh yeah, this is what I was going to say, is that I was trying to focus on the faith play where you build the meeting houses and you take the religion that does the production for the holy site adjacencies. And I think I just got into it a little too late, because if you can see, you probably can't see from your stats here, but I did have well, it says 5 now, but at one point I was producing 14 faith just from this one area here with this one holy site here.
Yeah, we see it. Yeah.
So I'm just trying to like get that. So
You had a brilliant steal of work ethic because TGM had an amazing tile with his Aurora. Dance of the Aurora. I think it was a +7. So that would have been like a 14, and so that's pretty awesome. And yeah, this was the like chop or not chop. Like you did have some forests here that you could have chopped to maybe build that Petra, but you were so close. I think though the moral victory here is that this is so aesthetically pleasing. This volcano right beside, and it's like 3 mountains.
It's like a fidget spinner.
It does kind of look like a fidget spinner.
Yeah.
You know, I love that you built that so quickly because this is a really fantastic wonder. So well done.
I think Lumbago got kind of done out by not starting near anybody. And for having a Civ leader whose whole shtick is stealing other people's city through loyalty pressure, that really kind of takes your leader ability out of play to begin with. But Huey Teokali, excellent call for having lakes, not a wonder people go to a lot, so very little chance of that getting stolen. And then some good exploitable lakes that could be swapped over to Marseille. So I thought that was a really good play.
Over here, yeah, wonderful. All right, on spot, my friend. You were so close. I see you've got like. Are you at 5 now? 5 or 6 wonders?
I'm 3 turns from getting it. I'm 5 out of 7, and I get the next 2 in the next 3 turns. Beijing just needs to chop. That's it. And Xi'an is gonna finish Koto Queen next turn, and then I get Menashki Temple in Beijing. But yeah, I guess I got distracted a little bit with the early game production that I got from chops I did put into the cities, and I wanted to get them bigger to get at least some initial setup going with production, because I knew these wonders are actually going to be quite expensive. And then I'm thinking maybe I should have gotten actually the 5th city. If I wouldn't have gotten that, I would have had the production for a wonder now. So I would have been on time. It is what it is. Maybe I actually move Magnus from Taiwan to Beijing also to maximize the chop availability. I guess not having vision over my opponents over here, not knowing exactly how many turns they are, or what they're doing, and so on, did make a nice case here.
You should have obeyed the 3 laws of scouting.
You should have obeyed.
That's it. The 3 laws of scouting. If you had done that, okay, you got to build a scout, okay, then you got to find a scout, and then you got to kill a scout. Okay, but you got to scout. You got to get out there and see what's going on.
Your moral victory on
a barbarian
OnSpotTV.
camp that is actually blocking the passageway between Egypt and White and Nerdy. Sorry, Magnificence.
No, you're talking about the barbarian camp up here, I think.
Oh, over here?
Yeah.
I couldn't pass through that. Like 2 of my scouts died with the revolvers over there. Yeah, I know. It would have been nice to have +5 on recon.
Your moral victory on OnSpotTV is that you have the coolest hats all the time. So you win the hat victory.
Thank you.
You also win the victory.
Victory.
The
Victory.
Oh man, and good work. I guess holding back. I think that definitely White Nerdy was very antagonistic, passively aggressively antagonistic here with his placements. You easily could have switched into war mode.
Emote's passive.
You didn't, so well done.
This is a great case of iron sharpens iron. You had 2 players who were so close to victory that it comes down to just some micromanaging choices that you would have to make to sort of optimize a little bit more. But 2 players that I swore were going to be at blows with each other, getting their 5th and 6th wonder from each other. That was really the competitive center for the game.
Yeah, I really thought that with the Hercules pick and the 6 units you had over there, I thought we were going to see some combat action.
I thought if Beowulf was taken, I think we definitely would have seen some. Some
big
action
time.
there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Sometimes the best defense is just the threat of war.
Speak softly and carry a big stick.
I'll bet that too.
Yes. Lumbago did point out pretty early on that my military score was a little low. And in a game where you need to prioritize wonders, because, again, OnSpot said he was like 3 turns away from winning, I was like, okay, I'll do the wonder that gives me an army, and then hopefully if I get it and he doesn't, I should be okay. I was a little greedy, and I placed the statue of Zeus and Terracotta Army in the same city, hoping to get both of them. Of course, getting statue of Zeus first, and then Terracotta Army second, meaning you get the free promotion on all of those free units. Would have been fantastic. I actually built 2 encampments so I could do both of them, but I rushed it, and I placed them both in the same city, and then I couldn't do anything about it.
Well, since you took
I was,
statues...
however, able to build the Apadana, because there happened to be one hill. It was one of my most productive tiles on that volcano, but it was the last wonder we needed to be able to learn the game. I had a lot of fun. I thought today we would go for 4 cities, each city building 2 or 1 wonder. That would bring you up to 7, right? And instead of going for the wonders straight off the bat, going for settling first to get your cities, which means if you place your cities earlier, you'll get your districts for cheaper. And I enjoyed that. I did do Magnus Provision, even though I built 2 out of my 3 settlers before I even got the Magnus in.
Provision is the one where settlers don't cost the population.
I did, however, choose to go audience chamber and spread out my governors to get those amenities from the audience chamber as well as housing. The extra 2 amenities means you get to the next level of happiness, which is basically a 10% boost to your science, culture,
Good math
faith,
again.
like all of your yields. And then the other governors could do whatever they want. I didn't get to build any preserves, but I did do Reina Forestry Management to get a bunch of early gold on these rainforest tiles. I did choose to chop a couple of the tiles just to make sure that I got these wonders. And then, I did see Lumbago building the Petra, so I did know I had to chop it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to scout. Everyone else was too smart to give me their open borders, so I couldn't see what they were doing.
Wait, I'm pretty sure I declined the open borders, right? But you just happened to be by me, right? So
I asked for your open borders, and you denied me, I think twice.
Yeah.
Denied him. I gotta say, White and Nerdy,
I'm a bad friend.
Your empire is tight. It's a nice little, very well built. It's impressive. It's impressive. I expect that from you though. So props there for sure. These are some beautiful cities.
Your moral...
Yeah, I did see some Petra potential, so I spread out a little bit to get some more of that desert in there. I figured the harbor wonders, the encampment wonders, and the desert wonders would be the ones that people would go for the least, and were the least likely to go. Like if you build a campus for Great Library, you miss the Great Library, you had a campus. And if you build an entertainment complex, which you'll see, I accidentally placed an entertainment complex when I tried to place a theater square in Renee's. And which would have been nice for the culture on my luxuries again. But like if you build an entertainment complex and you lose the Coliseum, that's a whole district slot that you lost behind that you couldn't set up that wonder. Yeah. I did decide anyway after I accidentally placed it. I was like, well, I guess we got to go for it. But that would have been the backup if Apadana got stolen from me at the end.
He won. He can't have.
And then I just wanted
victory.
to improve all of my tiles.
He has an immoral victory.
I was gonna say immoral loss.
He stole the most wonders from people.
He did.
He's a wonder thief. If there is an achievement unlocked in multiplayer, that should be one of them. Is the most wonders stolen at the end of the game? Because he stole Petra. He stole the Monte Michel. He stole Mausoleum.
Statue
he stole
Zeus.
the statue of Zeus. He is a wonder thief. You get an immoral victory, okay, for that. Everyone else is better because they didn't steal any wonders from anybody.
There's also the immoral victory of letting letting barbarians take your worker, and also the immoral victory of having absolutely no preserves.
None at all. In a lot of ways, you lost this challenge, okay?
Moy, I can tell you right now, I can tell my Sheba scout, he's not forgiving me because he won't let me pick him up right now. He wants nothing to do with me right now. I wish I could show him the camera. I love that you named your dog
Scout. That is beautiful.
Congratulations, White and Nerdy, for winning the first challenge of Civ Game Night. And thank you, fans, for tuning in to Civ Game Night. We'll be back next week on September 21st at 1 p.m. for our next episode. Zoe, thank you for joining me.
I want to also thank Limbago and TGM, and OnSpot for joining us as well. All right, you guys fought an excellent game. You did very, very well, and we always love seeing your beautiful faces as you play some awesome Civilization.
You can follow us on social media at TheCivShow. We're on all social medias, and you can also follow Civilization's official accounts on social media on the screen here at CivGame for Twitter, Instagram, and Threads, Civ for Facebook, and Civilization on YouTube.
You're not thanking everybody though. We didn't thank our
That was next.
Oh, that was next?
That was next.
You were going to do that right now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go ahead. Let's hear it.
Thank you to the developers, Pete and Sean, for joining us as well. Great insight for the history of all of the wonders that were built and insight for the game mechanics as well.
It's a pleasure to have you guys out. Thank you guys so much for doing this, and it was great to be here with you today.
Love that hat.
Love that hat, Sean.
Thank you.
You should rock that
Thank
every
you.
day, man.
Yeah. Woo.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.